What is up, everybody? Today, we're playing a new game today. Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, yeah! Ow! This beat! And we've never played this before. Oh. New game. Enter your name. The Milkman. That is, of course, my name. Why wouldn't it be? Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it is just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah! I overslept again. I'm sorry. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Milkman. Well, if you people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think about we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all, so I guess you don't have it out for me, even if you mean to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Milkman, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I already told you I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of the many conversations that we've had. I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just by getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. God! I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yeah! Whoop! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worried so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least. A little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. There we go. Okay. Clubs? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into this classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, then you could come to my club. Sayori, are you positive about that, woman? Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. You jerk! You okay. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Now, not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Be awesome. What do you care so much about me anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hey, you out of food? Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. God. Can't tell if Sayori is really much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Ugh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah! Let's go! I mean... And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the door for the classroom. Everyone, the new member's here! I told you don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's my pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Out of anything you could bring, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere, dude. Ah! Milkman, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god. Banging 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely. Except for the one in the center. She looks like a toddler. We ain't trying that. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. My bad. Natsuki. Okay. The girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club, of course. Don't say that. Stop it, you'll make me blush. God. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Yeah, sort of. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Milkman. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika? Come sit down, Milkman. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Let's go! Food! Whoop! Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry. I got a little too excited. And how about we make tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Good job. Well, you know me, bro. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, and then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I heard this somewhere. Wait, haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Eh? Thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. Not for you, you dummy. Alright, fine. Calm down. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. No, stop. No, that's not it. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm just surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity. Know how to compare the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling the dream. Monica... Oh, sorry, wrong person. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting in all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like a festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it, bro! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such a different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Milkman, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have good ways of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking of after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep, complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on completely and clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. Desperately, I grasp something I can't relate to at that minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me into another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. Ugh.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? No, bro. What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind in the last meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud, bro. And give me that back.
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just so cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them?
Oh, you wouldn't like them?
Oh. Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and even showing the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example, help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess that's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, everybody, I have an idea. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. The way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do that! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Milkman? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Milkman. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up.
Yeah! I'm so happy, bro!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, easy, easy, easy. You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Milkman, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Milkman, since we're already here, do you want to, walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, may as well since I'm here now. Yeah! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances and make sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, strawberry, kawaii, oh, Doki. Figured. Bunny. Peaceful. Valentine. Love. Rainbow. Dazzle. Loud. Happiness. Beauty. Starscape. Tenacious. Whoa! Why'd she jump in suicide? Whoa! Okay. Anime. Okay, she likes anime. Nice. Tragedy. Hi again, Milkman. What's up? Oh, did it? Oh, please tell me. Don't. Are you sure you want to overwrite your save? Yeah, it'll be alright. What's up? Glad to see you didn't run away from us, huh? Don't worry. I ain't going anywhere. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I guess the last time to come... Like, I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Milkman. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into a literature club when you're not accustomed to it?
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you're planning to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
But
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature, bro!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. The Milkman always gives us his best as long as he's having fun. It helps me with my busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. Oh, come on. You and Milkman can become good friends, too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even brought you something today, too, you know. You too, you know. Wait, Sayori, no! Stop! Me? Not really. Don't be shy. Come on. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, sorry, I read it wrong. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't really thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. A nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted to. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. And I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it in your own space. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she's waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with nothing literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival's our class chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun things ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's just a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Woo! Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still your usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind into things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get in my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out so loud, bro. God dang. I glance over my shoulder to see Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's the secret. Knew it! Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that? Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around there. I run my fingertips down the side of Harry's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar. There? I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would never notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh! Oh! Up! This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it was to have a friend who does these kind of things. Eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? Well, I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that loud! God! Anyway, you look so much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? It's so stuffy. Ugh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew! So much better. Sayori puts her arms out and the twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying it like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. That's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, dude! I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez, bro. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Yes, we really are better to take care of each other when we are taking... Yes, we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. If you're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yeah! Milkman, I can't wait to read yours! Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write your poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is one wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show the poem to first? Let's do Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Milkman! I love it! I had no idea you're such a good writer. Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's the Milkman's poem. And that makes it feel really special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. You know me. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Milkman. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive there. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I am gonna make sure to have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking him. Alright, I'm gonna hold you on to that. Yeah! Let's go! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until the morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. At least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I mean to say this was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Dang. I'm hungry for eggs and toast now, guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you like eggs and toast and bacon, pancakes and waffles. All breakfast items. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. Next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. Let's do Monica. Hi, Milkman. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. Keep that in mind, bro. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Milkman. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's the sort of barrier that we'll learn to pass. It's past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities too that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it the ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think it's kind of a vibe I get when you're reading poem. Okay. You're sure not reading into it too much?
Huh, I could never. Oh gosh, I sound like Yori. But in case Sayori's writing is kind of gentle to feel it, I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying something different a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That is the best way to find style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward your own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, God. Oh! Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. Noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas.
I already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think, brother?
It was very freeform. That's what you call it.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Oh, sorry. God dang it. I keep not reading into it, dude.
Alright. Oh, it's okay. That's the kind of style I've gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Oh, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphanies recently. It is influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on specific points. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark, big black puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That is my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright, 2 more people. Ugh. Dear God. Ugh. Okay. Glad we can only use our mouths for it. Let's eeny, meeny, miny, moe, wah. Yuri. Oh, I have to do this voice. Yuri just stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it, though.
Oh, so it's that bad?
No! Did I just raise my voice? Sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical on new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick writing styles separate from topic matter and they fit it together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it says her demeanor totally changes.
God! Keep reading it wrong! Once Yuri finds her train of thought, her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different styles and techniques you go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them or building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
That's alright. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, I gotta read this. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Nice, dude. That's pretty good. You just gonna sit there and stare at me like that? Weirdo, huh? Sorry. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? No, it wasn't that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost Yuri? Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Milkman. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or faint picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it in that way. I didn't even thought of that. That's impressive. That's nothing, really. Well, it makes me really happy you like it. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. Alright. Who should I show my poem to next? Natsuki! Not suck these nuts.
It's about time. What I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotion.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want to get smacked, bro?
I'll pass.
Ugh. Anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It's basic.
Yeah? I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest, bro.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my handwriting seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly, bro. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feelings in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro, bro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with one last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, God. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting into myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thank you so much. Yours is so cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. Just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and the milkman did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And the milkman liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Huh? That's not what I was... What? You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that the milkman appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how do you know he appreciated my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ugh!
Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as the milkman started showing up.
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's... Natsuki, that is a little...
This doesn't involve you.
This doesn't involve you. I don't like you guys fighting. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Milkman! She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out of the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Milkman.
Wait, there's no reason we have so many deep, impressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself is also a waste. You understand that, right, Milkman?
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Help! Natsuki! Glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Hey! Yeah. Everyone's fighting and is making Sayori very uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Milkman.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes.
Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because they're differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I am not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that is kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like that I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I can get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everybody, this is just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
The milkman, how did you enjoy about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same.
It was a neat thing to talk with everyone.
Awesome.
In that case, we will do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with the newfound determination. Milkman! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Ah! Sayori beams at me. It has truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Oh, you know, Milkman, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be such fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. Horror. Tragedy. Grief. Fireflies. Misery. Fun. Death. Massacre. Fear. Blanket. Pleasure. Sticky. Okay. Anime. Lollipop. Love. Sensation. Termination. Shame. Music. Comfort. Oh boy. Stop. Another day passes. Save. Alright. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Alright. Alright, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.